Hey y'all, it is your girl Tara. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing okay. You're doing well. It is Monday, and as we know on Monday, I talk about my money. So guys, welcome to My Money Monday. And this My Money Monday, I think I told y'all in other videos, is going to be like very organic. A lot of these things are just organic, and I have got to organically reimburse some things and do a couple of other, I guess, just kind of talk through what's going on, because I have a whole life change that is going to be coming over the next 6 months or so, in addition to other stuff that I want to do. And it's kind of like, you know, how you just got to keep trucking along as things are going on. It is, people say compartmentalize. Y'all, it's hard to compartmentalize. And that's why I have to keep like a to-do list. And, you know, as far as my to-do list, man, it can roll into the next week and everything, just so I know, hey, you still need to do this. I will say though, this to-do list, this time, it has to be done. Should be done today, hopefully, but I have some charts I need to close out because I have another thing that I'm trying to do as well. So y'all, it's just, let me just go ahead and start getting to it, okay? First things first, what we're gonna do is we're going to, what do you call that? I am going to do my cash wallet, okay? Because I always want to know what is in my wallet. I have been trying my best to tell myself to not utilize, y'all, my little thing has a hole in it. I've been trying to do my best to tell myself to not overutilize the money in the wallet, because that is all you have for 2 weeks. So let's see how well I did. Let's see how well I did. I don't think I did too good on the gas, so that's going to be a no-no there. I know you guys see this $100, but that is not really what I have left. I really have like $25 left. So what that means is I'm going to go in here real quick and do something. Okay, no, I haven't even done my saving butterfly yet. But for the saving butterfly, I actually am doing a savings for some gas, right? And I really should only have $25 left for this week, because I went and when I went for the grandkids, I did all cash this weekend. Inspired to save, okay. I did all cash this weekend, and so I kind of dug into some stuff, and I really need to be fair to myself to understand that I really just have $25 left. So that's what I am going to do. I'm going to take that $25 out of here, put it here, and this is what I have left in gas for the week, for real. It's $25. Okay, and so I'm going to put this here. So there's a 100 in there. And sweet ride for me. I'm just trying to fill a tank up, y'all, for the for next year. I'm just trying to fill the tank up. And that's all this is. Everyone is $50. And if I'm able to do this and close this out, it will be a feat. And that means I will have gas saved for all of next year. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm just looking at like, how can I save for next year? Because it's about to be a wild ride for me. And yeah. So I want to have my gas all for next year. All right, so now, which $100, it looks like about $100 is getting me for 2 weeks. So it's almost like it's saying, you know, with that. So there we go. I just wanted to color that in. All right, now, so 25 for that. Let's go ahead and let's write that in there. So that means I'm not gonna have any for next week. Bless my heart. 25 for gas. Oh, let me put this over here. This would be better. Okay, and so groceries, I'm telling myself the same thing. We have $65, $75, $76 left in groceries. That's not bad. All right, now I do have to get some eggs, some spinach, and some tomatoes. So we'll see, because we all know fruit can be expensive. Household, I have 10, 11, 12, 13, $14 in household. 14 in household. All right, so I didn't do anything here for the grandbabies. Okay, so for splurge, I actually have 20. That's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $25 in splurge. All right, because I cut that down to $40. All right, food and snacks. I have $15. So that's right on the money, y'all. because I moved that down to $30. Nothing, let's see. No, I still have $5 left over from the prior week, which I spent money on them grandbabies, so I might just take their money. All right, and 25 for giving. Okay, because I have to figure out where I'm going to give. And so that means I'm not going to count the 25 in this. Well, actually I will. So 25 plus 76 plus 14 plus 25 plus 15 plus 25. That's 180. Okay, that's 180. Total minus the 25 is 155 is what I have left. And what I've learned is if I need something from somewhere else, I'm just going to take it. I try not to, but you know, it just works that way. So 155 left for this week. I get paid on Friday, so we'll see how that goes. I'm still working on that particular budget as well. Life is lifing. Somebody had said that, you know, life is lifing. You know, life is lifing, and you have to continue on. Life been life, and life is always lifing for some of us. You know, I don't know. I just be wondering, like, what? Why is my life lifing? But it be good too. It's not like it's always lifing in a bad way. Sometimes good life gets in the way, you know. Sometimes good life gets in the way, but you still gotta take a lick and keep on ticking. All right, so I'm putting these up. I'm gonna get a new little thing to put my my paper clips in. So, all right, there we go. We have that. Now, another thing that I did while I was gone is that I wrote down all of my transactions. So I have my main account transactions, my credit card, and also my second account. Some things I can go over, some things because of what I wrote down, I just can't go over it with y'all. But I do have all of my transactions written down. I did not put them into the weekly thing, and I will do that this week. But yeah, I could have did it this weekend. But like I said, I chose to help spend time with my grandkids, help my daughter out. So that kind of took my whole weekend, but it's okay. All right, now let's see. In here, one of the things is, I'm moving into a new apartment, and I was reimbursed by Stan for this move because it was unexpected. I was supposed to go from this apartment back to the house, but due to just a lot of things, I am not. And so I got reimbursed because I had new expenses to get into this particular place, which I'm okay with that, because what I realized is that, you know what, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It allows me more room. So things work out in a mysterious way. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Okay, so other than that, the rest of it is savings. You know, there's my money I used to save. This is a second account that gets some money into it, and so I use that. Sorry, guys. I use that to save into my 5K and also for some Christmas, which I got one more Friday to save for Christmas on, on film, or on whatever you want to call this, on video. And then after that, I'll just be saving behind the scenes. So woo, one more y'all, in July. It's going to be over with on Fridays for me. All right, so, and then the only other thing is I had a $25 for the beautician. There you go. That is what I needed to, did I want to reimburse that? Did I want to reimburse that? I don't think I did. I think I was going to go ahead and just eat that because I only have 145 in there, and I spent 100. I took the 100 for the hair, so I'm okay. I'll just eat that 25. Some of the cost I'll eat. Some of it I'm like, okay, well, I saved for it, so I'm gonna, take the bulk of it out, because the thing was like 100 and something. So yeah, that's what I did. All right, and that's all that comes out of here. The utility is offset by a deposit that occurs monthly that goes from one account to the other. So the utility for the phone, that was already covered. So I don't have to worry about covering that. Now here we go. What we have in here, this is the credit card. And I'm gonna pay this off today because I have some other stuff kind of going on. And oh, I'm sorry, what y'all see here is I moved the 3 that came into this account over to the other account, because I have expenses that are coming. And I guess I can, or actually they're not even coming, they're already there. So, y'all, it's a lot of writing on here. I know. I don't know. You know what? I'll do that. I'm just trying to see if there's a piece of paper that I have that I can possibly. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, so I can use this. Okay, so I can use this, but I would need a two-way so y'all could do it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. I know y'all like, oh Lord, Tara. I know I'm like, oh Lord myself too. So I'll show y'all this in a minute. Okay. All right. So these are my normal ones that I already have. These particular transactions, some of these are ones that I already have budgeted for, which is my subscriptions, my monthly memberships, those things that come out of, that are charged, you know, on my credit card. I did have some groceries because I went over my grocery bill for my grocery money. So I do have that on there, and I'm not reimbursing that. It's just something that's going to get paid out of my account because it just is, you know, I went over. Now I will say that I purchased some stuff for work from Amazon, and the stuff that I purchased from work from Amazon, one of them is going back. I have to put that, I'm glad I did that. I have to put that in. I have to put this in for return. I moved sides. Okay, so patients had access to me I didn't want them to have access to. And as a result, I purchased this divider. Well, what occurred was I said, you know, I was having some issues with my MA where we were because she actually wasn't doing, you know, I like my MA, but professional wise, she wasn't doing her job professionally. And I was like, okay, you know, people, they tell you to manage your medical assistants. At the end of the day, you can manage them as much as you want, but adults are adults, and people have habits, and bad habits they can keep up with. So it is what it is, you know. At that point, it's not my responsibility. It's up to that person's manager. So I moved us over to an area where everybody is. And in this area, which actually, you know, for the week, this person has done better because my patients are, we're getting them in, we're getting them out, we're getting things done. And the person isn't on the phone as much as she was on the phone. So anywho, with that said, I'm not moving back to my other area. Because I'm not moving back to my other area, I am going to be, what do you call that? I'm going to be returning one of the things. And so I'll go ahead and pay all of this out, and I will reimburse it once I have the net. But right now, that's my work stuff that I have. And that's what I got for, that's what I purchased for work. And I won't be able to reimburse until I return this one thing. All right, so let's see. Also, we have the movers, guys. We have the movers. I have $302.95. It's just gonna go ahead and come out of my account, but I do need to reimburse my account for these movers. And the reason why I need to reimburse is because this was not an expense that I had expected to have. In fact, this move has gone over the amount that I was given by Stan. So, let's see. Was there anything else? No, it's just the moving. All right, now, I thought that was gonna come out of there, I know. So then some other things that I need to reimburse are going to be, I need to reimburse this Office Max. I'm just gonna do that. I need to reimburse this Baddies and Budget. I can't wait to get that. I did that to myself, y'all. I need to reimburse this grocery, and this gas here, it was to get reimbursed, but I'm not going to do that now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, because I actually just spent more than what I was supposed to spend, and that's on me. I spent more than I was supposed to spend cash-wise with the grandbabies, and that is on me. So what we're going to do is we're going to get here, and we're going to reimburse this stuff real quick. So let's go ahead and let me get this going. All right, so I have miscellaneous right here. I had decided, yeah, I didn't want to do that. All right, so what did I do? I know I have miscellaneous. Didn't I have miscellaneous? Did I keep it? Or did I get rid of it? I don't know. I have miscellaneous. I have 112 in miscellaneous. Let's see what we are going to do. I am not going to reimburse the baddies out of that. So I have 11 plus 5.45 plus 35.10 equals, that's not it, 11 plus 5.45 plus 35.10 equals 51, 55. I round up, so I'm gonna make that $52. All right, we're gonna take this out of miscellaneous. So 7, 21, 25, reimburse, credit card, $52. So 112 minus 52 equals 60. This is why I just put a little extra money in here every now and then. So we got 20, 40, 50, 2. So $52. And then there's 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 60. All right, so $60. All right, good job. Okay, so then, all right. I guess I could have took that $5.45 of groceries. So if I'm gonna do that, there's another jewel here. I didn't want to reimburse that, no, because it was candy. So that was snacks. I guess I could have just took the 5 out of here if it was extra groceries. Now I want to make it worthwhile when I take it out of extra groceries. I don't want to take it out because it's something ignorant. Because this was just snacks. All right, because that was at Target snacks. All right, so that it was reimbursed. This, and this was reimbursed. This is the $52 here. Like I said, I rounded up. So now I need to reimburse this right here from the baddies. And what I'm going to do is, yeah, like Tara, I'm going to take it out of the Saving Butterfly because this is supposed to be my extra money to save. I'm not going to take it out of this because this $96 is supposed to go somewhere specific. Let's see. I am going to take 50 out of here. 1, 2, 50. So we'll take 50 out of there. And I said I need to get a little, I'll do 50. I said I need to get a tally for this thing too because I want to know when I take money out. So it was, hold on, let me do this real quick, guys. I'm sorry. So let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 105, okay, to date, 105. And then on 7, 21, 25, took money for B and B purchase. And that's going to be $50. So that would leave me with a 55. 105 minus 50 equals 55. So that's 55. So that'll be 55 left. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm probably going to get a, like I said, a tracker for some of these that like I said, I'm saving the money, but that's what this is for that. So we have 20, 40, 50. So we have 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 55. 55. All right, let's put that in there. So 55. That way I know and I'm not like, what happened? All right, so once again, that was 98.51. Oops, 98.51 minus 50 equals 48.51. So $49 needs to come out of somewhere. Let's see what else I can take. Inspired to save. No, that's the gas. This is gas. Car gas. I'm gonna write that on there because I want to make sure that 2026 vehicle gas saving. So that lets me know you can't touch that. Can't touch it. Dun, 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 And I can't touch this. Now, this is also mini savings. All right, so this is another one that leads me to be able to just kind of take a little bit of money out. So 49. I'm just going to have to take 50 out of this one too as well. All right, so we're just going to do 50. I didn't count it at first. Now, did I? No, Tyra, you didn't. Let me count to see what I have in there. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So 155 is what was saved. Saved to date. Save to date is 155 and 277, 21, 25. Reimburse. What did I say? What did I call that other one? Because Lord, I wrote that a lot more. Yeah, reimburse for B&B, Betty's and Budget purchase. And we're going to do 50. So that's going to leave us with 105 in there. Like I said, I just want to do this just to make sure, guys. Oh, yeah. Y'all know. Oh, y'all won't have to hear none of this either, y'all, in my new place. Y'all know I like my door open, but at the same time, it leaves all this mess of noise. And so y'all won't have to hear this. All right, so we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, $105. That is good, yes. Now you're like, Tara, what will you do with this at the end of the year when you have stuff saved? Because I'm only saving year to, beginning to end, and then I can do the same book again for the next year if it still has stuff in there. Well, I'm gonna take that and probably put it in, combine it with some other stuff. Like for example, more than likely the gas, because I wanna have a year's worth of gas for next year, so I don't have to worry about it. Because I'm just gonna have a separate account for gas, period. All right, so let's see how we, I know that sounds crazy, but y'all, this is just the stuff I used to do to help myself save some money when I was a single mom. And now that I am going to soon be a divorcee, I have got to make sure I get my money straight. And everybody saves differently, everybody invests differently. Do what you feel is right for you. I can't say what's right for me or you, and I'm have investments somewhere else doing other stuff that I'm okay with doing this, if that makes sense. So we got 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 5, 50, 1, 2. So 152 is what is being deposited. That's good. Let me see, I have to check on something else to see if it is going to be, if I have anything that needs to be reimbursed. Yes, I do. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so this is the main account. There's just something on here that, like I said, I'm doing stuff y'all can't see. I was supposed to do a whole, what is that thing on there, y'all? It was supposed to just be the summary, but since I can't seem to get to the summary, that's why we're doing the transactions. So I have to pay $50. And all of this is going into my account. So when I put this into my bank account, that means I'm gonna pay on my charge card. That's one, pay on my charge card. Then like this is here is out of the account itself. It's going to actually reimburse the what I did or what I purchased. So that means the money was already taken out and I already had it saved up. It just so happens I was out. Usually I try to take this money with when I know, but I was already out. So, all right, so let's see. We have 10, 25, 35, 45, 50. There we go. So we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 50. All right, so we have 50. I don't know why that person hung around and wanted their little jeepity jeep to be heard, but I'm so happy. All right, reimburse Walgreens. All right, so it was $50. All right, so 237 minus 50 equals 187. Ow, my foot itches. All right, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87. So 187. That is correct. That is what is left in there. So that's good. Okay, so let me put this over here because I think I do have more. I just have to not allow y'all to see something. Haha. Boom Boom Pay. That is for apartment. Yeah, so no. There's nothing else in here that needs to be. So, all right. Boom Boom Pay is, I have to do this. Y'all, can y'all see this? This stuff is crazy. This stuff is crazy what they charge now. I just don't remember ever paying $275 for a, what do you call that? For an application fee. It's crazy, y'all. It is just crazy. This one was $65. I was like, okay, that's more reasonable, but because somebody had already put in for it, it was a condo. And I was like, oh, I want to move to a condo. And, you know, they were going fast. So I said, you know what, let me just move into another apartment. And because they are condo, I mean, they got condos up here everywhere. I never lived a place where, I won't call them condos, townhomes, whatever, yeah, more so townhomes. But, yeah, so there was always somebody ahead of me. And I should have waited like the lady said, but at the same time, you just don't know who's going to put in another one and who's before you. So anywho, then I went ahead and did the one for the apartment. Y'all see that? $275, y'all. That is the processing fee. And mind you, there is a move-in fee of $299. I'm like, why am I paying a move-in fee? What is that? Y'all, I'm telling you. But I'm giving myself 2 years in this apartment. Because one of my goals next year is to start saving up for a down payment on a home. My son-in-law told me that they plan on being up here for another 15 years. So that buys me time because the whole reason I moved around here was to be with the grandkids. So because he's going to be up here for another 15 years, you know, I want to go ahead within the next 2 years to get me, to purchase me a house. All right, so anywho, that's it for there. And I don't think, what do I have? Oh, and I thought I had already, what do you call that? I thought I had already, this money here, which is for the donation, I reimbursed it. I put the money in there and I thought I already did the donation, but I didn't. So I need to do that as well. I need to do the donation. I need to put that in. So that's about it. That is about it on that, guys. So that is that portion. I just want to make sure with you guys, I always want to be able to reimburse myself for whatever it is I need to reimburse myself for. Look at that, non-ADHD storytelling. This is me, y'all. ADHD storytelling. That's what you get. That is what you get, guys, from me. When I be on here, y'all be like, yes, Tara, your brain be everywhere. But sometimes you got to think things out with other people. All right, so I did. And plus I want y'all to see how it works when I actually am stuffing this. I don't want y'all to think, oh, she's just putting money away. No, this is my little in-house bank. So I can do the stuff that I need to do, replace all the other stuff when I'm doing crazy things or when I go out, because I spent all cash this weekend and that was nice. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you guys is like kind of like what's going on for the month. I just wanted to show y'all that. I mean, there's nothing over here. I'm just wanting you guys to see just a little part. I know. So this is I have to finish my moving setup. We have a moving setup, and with that, my moving setup has some things I need to pay for or do. Like, for example, I need to call and get these things set up. ComEd, Nicor, and AT&T for the internet. I tried to do this online, but it wouldn't let me. So now I got to call these people. I'm like, that's the most ignorant thing I ever heard of. So I'm not happy about that, y'all. I was like, that's a waste of my time. And that's what I was trying to do this weekend too, was a lot of that. So, oh yeah, I got to pay this $6,000 to them. You know, the new apartment I'm going to, the woman said, well, you know, $6,000 would have just been a couple of months of, she said it would have been just a couple of months of the rent. I said, that's true if I wasn't moving into another apartment. She's like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. So this is all of the money that's coming out. I originally was thinking about for the $6,000, I was thinking what I was gonna do is put it on my credit card and balance transfer and just pay it off. See if I can get a 12-month same as cash type of balance transfer, and then just pay that down over the 6 months. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get a high high interest. All of them are high. I'm pretty sure I can get a high balance credit card in order to do the balance transfer. But the question is, do I really want to do this every 6 months, or would I rather just work on saving money and building my savings account back up? So that's kind of what I'm deciding for this $6,000. Now I have my moving costs. This is what is, this here is what has really gotten me. Like I said, I was reimbursed. You know, I was reimbursed $3,000 to move, but it looks like it's all coming out to $3,389. And mind you, the U-Haul is an estimate. So we have the move-in fee of $442.17. That includes that $299. But they're also, like, I'm moving in on the 30th, so they're charging me a couple of dollars for, you know, it's $141 for the rent for 2 days. It's also I have to pay, like, you know, what is that thing called, y'all? I have to pay stupid garbage, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what, whatever, I guess. And then they went ahead and tacked on the rent for the month of August. I was like, y'all are some dirty, rotten scoundrels. But okay, whatever. So, so I'm going to be paying the rent for that month as well. And then I have the movers, which I already have on my credit card, and I have to pay that. And then reimburse them for the first application fee, and then the second application fee. These are reimbursements because they've already been paid. And then the U-Haul is the estimate of $85. So all of that comes up to $3,389.12. One of the things that I'm really thankful for is that it does cover the rent for next month. I originally was going to try and move in for on the 16th, but the particular unit I picked, they thought was not available until the 30th. So I'm a little happy about that. So this all works out in my favor. So I'm not, you know, upset about that part. Thank you, God. But, you know, I still have to pay the extra $389.12. So it's like, okay, whatever. Now the rest of this, like I said, all this is just so y'all don't have to see all this stuff on here, because when you have a lot of words, y'all like to look all over the place, but whatever. So then I have to do these cancellations by the end of the week. I've made my last little bit investments that I'm going to make for a little while with my Schwab account. So that has to go on hold because I'm going to be, you know, next is the divorce planning. So with that, I need that money, and that's what this was supposed to do. Also, this was actually supposed to go to reimburse the $6,000. Another reason why I am planning on I'm just planning on taking the whole $6,000 out from my savings account, which I need to do that today. I'm planning on taking the whole $6,000 out of my savings account is because I actually need to take this money, and I am saving towards I have to do the retainer for the lawyer. I also have to do the, what do you call that? Yeah, mainly the retainer and whatever else that I need to do. So I have to start budgeting for divorce. Anyway, let's see. And it's just, what do they call that? What are they called? Where both parties are just irreconcilable differences. So we're not in no rush. It just is what it is. So that kind of helps. I know y'all are probably learning some unconventional things with me, aren't you? I'm hurrying up. Y'all are probably learning some unconventional things with me. Y'all probably like, Tara, this is weird. No, it's life. There are a lot of things that kind of go on. It's like, well, I wouldn't be telling my business. I ain't telling y'all my business. Y'all aren't going to know what I got here, there, what's going on, the back of the scene. This is just real surface. but it's real life. So we have an irreconcilable difference going on. And as a result, you know, I'm going to have to pay myself back for this. This I don't want to take out of my savings because I have an amount in my savings. I want to keep it up. $6,000 I can afford to lose, but I don't want the rest of it to be gone. All right, so then let's see, that's that. A couple of things, you know, and this is just me. These are notes, and I'm just writing down my notes for my August. That's something else for work, which is nothing. My August budget notes, and all those notes is just, I have to remember that I'll owe my current place for July's trash and water only. Let's see, I will owe utilities for this apartment as well that I'm currently in, and the new apartment. And that, let's see, yeah, I have to remember those two things. I would like, and I do need a new laptop with higher quality and to also use for the telehealth business. Because don't forget, guys, which I'm happy about this no contest and why I'm moving a little slow, because I still want to go ahead and I'm going to be working on my telehealth business. So, you know, I don't need all that stress. And plus I'm 51, I'm not in a rush. I'm already safe, so I'm cool. I'm already here. So there's nothing more but assets. That's all that's left is assets. All right, and so then I need to work on my 2026 saving plan goal, which is cool. I have done that. I did that over the weekend when I was doing other stuff like a crazy, well, when I couldn't do my other stuff. All right, now one of my concerns that I do have is the water bill in this new place. The water bill in this new place, they don't have water meters on the apartment. And because they don't have water meters on each of the apartments, what they do is they allocate the bill. Now, when I was thinking I needed to move, I wasn't thinking about that because I only have a finite time because I already put in to move out of this apartment. And what I don't like about that is I'm one person, I don't use a lot of water. And when the woman told me the average bill was $60, I'm like, $60, God Lord. Some people don't even spend that much in a month, but you know, apartments are gonna rip you off. So, and this is for a 2-bedroom. I only paid $22 now for a 1-bedroom. So I'm like, 40 should be like the most I should pay as one person. And so I don't know, I'm trying not to sweat it, but I wrote it down to get it out of my head so I don't stress over it. All right, so that's all the money issues that I have kind of going on. I need to make sure that I'm not going to Planet Fitness. As much as I keep trying to talk myself into it, it's the devil that's talking me into keep on paying on something that I ain't going to do when there's all this free stuff on the internet. Massage Envy, this was a gift, so I don't have to worry about that, but I do need to cancel that. And I need to put that Schwab on hold. It's probably going to be on hold for about a year right now. All right, so then let's see. And then the only last thing is my Moonlight schedule. My Moonlight schedule, I went over this in a video last week. Budget math versus nurse math. It said nursing math. I meant to put nurse math. I hate it when it changes the title on you. But anyway, so in August, I went to Moonlight. I have 4 weeks, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. But I'm having to think about it because I had to put it in the perspective of total time. Not daily time, but total time. And what that means is that it is 50 hours a week that I'm looking to work. And I need to verify if this is what I want to do. And that's it. So this has to do with money, that's money, and that's that. So that's it. That is what I'm doing. That's my goal for this week. That is my money. I am depositing, what, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, $202 is what's being deposited to reimburse myself for various expenses. And this was out of my funds. So guys, I want to thank y'all for being here. I know this may not have been like a very exciting My Money Monday, but it was good enough for me. I got to do this because I did not drop off my car. This is just regular weekly stuff. Weekly stuff I have to do. So I did not drop off my car. I got to make sure that I exercise, which I have to do my 2-mile walk. I'm fine with that. Telehealth Spanish, work. I have to do that work performance review. I didn't do it. They told us we had to do it. I did not do it, y'all. I got a lot going on. They be all right. They will be all right. They'll tell me, girl, you need to do this. And I'll be like, oopers. So anywho, I'm going to put this in like a little bowl or something because I can't do this. Oh, and I just want to show you guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Look, happy. I am so happy. So I got this back from my daughter. This is what I purchased from Gracie over at Grammy's Journey. And I'm saving $2 a day for each in the months. So my daughter got all the money that I had saved all the way up until July. That was for the grandkids. Now I'm just going to resave this for myself. And I'm going to do 2 months for the rest of the year. And it's just going to be my extra money that I have saved that I'm going to put anywhere else. I'm just going to reallocate it. So it's just another way for me to save. Like I said, I love y'all savings challenges, but I just can't keep up like that no more. I have to do it the way I want to do it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank y'all for sticking around. And thank you for being here this My Money Monday. Okay, guys? You guys have a great rest of the day. Toodles.